All right, welcome to another episode of Better in Green Live. It is Cyber Monday. I am here with Ethan. Ethan, how was your Thanksgiving? How was your weekend? Did you buy anything today, by the way? It's a lot of deals.
Yeah, I did not. My bank account is on life support after this weekend. It was a good holiday weekend with friends and family. As far as betting went, though, it's the worst I can remember from Thanksgiving until through yesterday. So if you follow me on Twitter, you saw I was a broken man. Um, Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong, I felt like. So from a betting aspect, it was awful. From friends and family and Thanksgiving and whatnot, it was fine. But how
Yeah,
about
I
you?
was I was driving home from Michigan to DC yesterday, so I wasn't watching a whole lot of the NFL, but I was getting updates of your tweets. I get notifications whenever you tweet, and yeah, I could tell it was definitely quite the day, quite the weekend for you. So I've been
Yeah.
there, a place I wish to never be again. So I feel for you, but yeah, Tuffle could see you were very much against the refs.
Yeah.
Love it because the little bit I saw, they looked absolutely miserable. But yeah, that's pretty bad. But hey, it's a new week. It's a new week.
It is. Yeah, we'll see. I'm taking a little hiatus. We'll see how long I last. I'm thinking Wednesday, Thursday we'll jump back in, but I'm broken. That's all I can say. I'll get deeper into it a little bit into the show of how bad everything was, but I'm broken.
Well, hopefully you get back soon. And we actually have a special episode today. We got a friendly face, the world famous Frank Wright is joining us today on the live for an interview. Frank, are you there?
Boys, thank you for having me on. It's never fun to lose your job around the holidays, but I'm here. I'm in good spirits. I'm out of Carolina, so I couldn't be better right now.
Frank, I hear your birthday is coming up next week. This is the second straight year you've been fired shortly before your birthday. Is this up there with the worst birthdays you've had, or have there been worse for you?
You know, they say that NFL is a tough business. At this point, I don't know if I'm going to see another birthday. If they fire me again, I might just have to turn it all in for me. It's been rough. It's been rough, man. At least I don't have little kids anymore. Don't got to worry about buying presents because at this point, I'm just trying to stay off the streets.
Frank, I got a quick question for you. How does it feel to go into Tennessee last weekend and see a guy that your organization passed on and you decided to go with someone else and actually trade away your future, only to get beat by the same guy? How does that feel? Is that a good feeling? Is that what's the word like around there? If you were still in the office, what's the word like?
Is that a good feeling? You know, I didn't even want this little Keebler elf around my team at all. I can't stand him. If I see him like anywhere, he just sneaks up on you. He just sneaks up behind you, and I'm trying to keep my cool. I swear, if I ever see that guy again, it's on. Like if you let me know if you ever see him again. If you see him again, you let me know. It feels like he's just always like lurking behind you.
Frank, I'm going to call your bluff. I saw you reported this morning that you and Josh McCown both wanted C.J. Stroud over Bryce Young. Easy to say this morning, isn't it? I think you're full of shit.
I wanted anybody over Bryce Young. I'm telling you, they could have gave me one of the cheerleaders from Alabama. I would have taken them over Bryce Young. I could not stand that guy. I'm telling you, if I see him again, I'm twice his size. I'm taking him down. It's on.
I will say your one and only win on the season was against that number 2 overall drafted quarterback, or 3 overall. At least that one has to feel good, right?
It does feel good. These teams are losing to him, and I don't understand it. We had a great game plan going in. We knew if we just used books, he would have a really hard time. Books, menus, anything with lots of words, we know he struggles with it. So we just had a really mouthy defense that they wrote actually on their hands, and they held it up, and it confused him.
No kidding.
No kidding. That was our defensive game plan.
Frank, your Panthers are one of the most profitable teams in the NFL, actually the most profitable team to fade. only covering one spread all season with you at the helm. Now that you're not affiliated with the NFL, are you going to join the trend and start fading the Panthers every week?
You can't fire me if I'm already gone. I've been betting the Panthers every week. You thought they fired me because we were losing? No. They fired me because they saw the write on the wall. They saw my bank stubs. They said, "How is this guy buying another house out in Arizona? I don't understand." I said, "Guys, I mean, you didn't expect us to win. You know we weren't going to win. They knew we weren't going to win, so they didn't fire me for winning reasons."
God. Frank, with your last name being Reich, do you have any association to the Nazi Party?
You know, some people have said with my play calling, it seems like it. And I can't say they're completely wrong.
Are you going on the record saying you support the Nazi Party?
No, can't do it.
Okay.
I can't do it. I can't do it. My name, that was my grandpa. I just ruined football teams.
You're
That's
just
the only thing
fourth,
I'm killing.
the fourth Reich now?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the fourth one.
Good. Okay. On record, Frank is cool. He's kosher.
I'm kosher. I place hella
Speaking of-
good bets.
Speaking of kosher, Frank, are you named after a hot dog?
I plead the fifth. I'm actually, my middle name's Wiener. I'm Frank Wiener Reich.
Well, what's next on the docket now that you are jobless? Are you looking to stay in the NFL, go to college, maybe test your luck in Vegas? What's the plan?
You know, I don't know your name, Mr. Worst Bets, but that is a great question. I think I'm going to go to another powerhouse team, the Arizona Cardinals, next year,
Right.
take over, hopefully win 2 games, double it up from this year. Hopefully make it to my birthday. We'll see. It's been a little struggle of mine lately. Thank you for pointing that out, Mr. Bainbridge. Well, guys, this is actually... Oh, it's Arizona right now. I got to go, but thank you guys for having me on the show.
Yeah, good luck, man. Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Hopefully you are not in a cardboard box on the side of the road, but we'll be rooting for you. And yeah, please let us know your next team so we can start fading season total wins.
You got it. I'll let you guys know early, and I'll let you guys know what I'm on too, because I'm not stopping my betting. I make it too much money.
Yeah, good luck, Frank, in the future. And if it doesn't work out with Arizona, unemployment line's right here, so hop in it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, see you, Frank. Oh, man, that was good.
That was.
Guys,
Ben, happy to have you back.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
You've been replaced.
Have I really?
Yeah.
You guys replaced me with Bryce Young.
Is he? Yeah. Is that a real Is that a real picture?
I don't
Or
think
is that
so,
like
but it's
photoshopped?
hilarious.
He's just peeking over with his.
You can
That's
find
pretty
Google on anything, dude. You can find anything on Google.
That's hilarious.
Trying to see. I don't even know how I even got this background up, but I don't think I can find out how to take it down. I might just finish in the Carolina conference room. We'll just do this. Me and
Perfect.
Bryce. All right.
I like it.
What did you guys think of this last week?
Hated
I can't believe that the Broncos won. Beat the Browns by a lot too.
Yeah, that was a little surprising
What
for
the
sure.
hell?
I had the Browns defense in fantasy and was not quite expecting 29 points. But
No.
are the Broncos going to have a wild card shot?
I hope. God, I'd love to play them again. Unfortunately, they'd probably be like we wouldn't play them if we're the 1 seed. They get knocked out first round.
Yeah, I mean, that was surprising. I mean, Thanksgiving Day honestly sucked. Lions lost, and then the 2 other games are blowouts. So
Yeah.
that was terrible. Friday's game I didn't even watch because there was too much college football on. But 34-13. All I know is Tua had me 9 points in fantasy. So He's benched. Sam Howell's back in the mix.
Did you guys see that cut on his arm?
Tua's?
Yes.
No.
Good Lord,
Oh,
dude. It
I
was
think
nasty.
a cut does not do that any justice. It was
No.
a gouge.
Look it up, Wyatt. Let's get your instant
On
reaction
Tua's
right
arm?
now. Yes.
Like that had to come from a bolt of a helmet digging in and cutting up.
I mean, it's white. It looks like, yeah.
Oh, good God.
Yeah.
That's a chunk.
Yeah.
He's going to have to redo that tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I mean, it's probably, I think it's just the fat of the flesh or whatever, but yeah, that looks like it requires stitches.
It's bad.
Not ideal.
Well, it still doesn't explain his 9 freaking points. It's a joke.
Yeah, because I do believe that is his non-throwing arm, so suck it up.
Yeah, he's a lefty, I think. Yeah.
I also don't understand.
Suck it up, Tua.
How did Tyreek get 24 points, but Tua got 9?
Because I don't
Really?
freaking know.
I think Tua or Tyreek, he's going to be like the number 1 wide receiver if nobody surpasses him, which is going to be like the lowest wide receiver 1 total of the year.
Huh.
Just 24 points, which is really low.
Yeah, it is low. I had Miami's defense. They got me a nice 25, so that was cool. The pick 6 was awesome. Was very happy with that. That's the one bright spot. Fantasy, I dominated. I have 160 points. Unless Hawkinson puts up 70 tonight, I'm safe. And I believe I clinched the playoffs with the win. So that was my one bright spot of the week.
Yeah. As I said, NFL, I wasn't super focused on. It was a big weekend in college football. Was at the Michigan game. I still ranked the 2021 win in attendance as the best day of my life, but this one was pretty good. That 2021 was just special because we didn't really expect it. This one, I mean, it still was going to be a close game. I wasn't confident Michigan was going to win, but like we've done it before last 2 years, so it wasn't as like crazy. But yeah, great atmosphere. Bought my ticket an hour before the game for way too much money, upper deck, but I was there. So it was good. It was a fun time.
What did the wife end up doing?
So one of her college roommates is going to med school in Ann Arbor
cool.
at Michigan. So I just
So she was
dropped her
all
off.
right.
I dropped her off her place. Yeah.
Nice.
She's fine.
Good.
But the nice thing is, since I was ordering my ticket like right before the game, I ordered 4 tickets and they like said confirmed. And then all of a sudden, like 10 minutes later, it's like, we're sorry. Someone bought it right before you. So they kept giving me insight credit. So I got up to like $200 in credit. So I got $200 off my ticket, which was sweet.
Nice.
Oh, that is nice.
Unfortunately, it's still a lot of money, but $200 off, I'll take it. So
Wyatt,
kids,
I
it
know
pays
you,
to procrastinate.
I know you're trying to get that ticket for free with the Corum 3 touchdowns. Did you, by chance, take anytime touchdown or 2+ touchdowns?
I took anytime. So that for like,
first?
I took anytime. Did not take first. My buddy took first. And I did take 2+ at, I think it was plus 320.
Okay.
But yeah, the 3+ would have been nice. Did not unit manage well because I think 3+ at any time I had the same amount of money on, and then 2+ I only put like $20 on. But I mean, yeah, he was close. He was close. I definitely thought he was going to break one at the end of the game there, with like a minute and a half left. That would have been nice. But yeah, stressful game. Pick at the end of the game was nice. But yeah, Marvin Harrison's a freak. So absolute freak.
He's gonna dominate as long as he doesn't go
He
to
might
Chicago.
He might be the best wide receiver we've ever seen in college, and I stand by that. Like he's one hand catching in cover, like while he's getting pass interference. Like he's a beast. If McCord was better, they'd be the best team for sure.
Yeah, I will say while we're on the college topic, Bama was my second bright spot other than fantasy. Unreal win for them. Keeps my championship ticket alive. Just have to beat Georgia, and then, well.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, beat Georgia, probably beat Michigan, beat someone else. So we'll see. It's alive, but yeah, I don't know what Auburn was doing.
That was the craziest play I've seen in my life. Not the other Iron Bowl finish was pretty great, but I mean, 4th and 31. I don't even know. Why was that guy 1-on-1? Why are they not doubling everyone?
I don't know why they left 3 guys to rush the passer, and they were just like spying
Rotate
him
him
the
there.
whole
Yeah.
time as if he was going to take off and run for 31 yards.
Yeah,
That
that was
made no
absolutely
sense.
nuts. Unfortunately, staying on college football real quick, Georgia was looking shitty. Florida State was looking shitty. Washington was looking shitty. Bama was looking shitty. I mean, I don't care because Michigan's pretty much in unless they somehow lose to Iowa. But Ohio State fans had been freaking out because if any of those combination of those two teams, Ohio State's back in the mix.
Right.
They all won. They all
Right.
somehow pulled it out. So yeah, nuts.
Ethan,
Sorry, Ben.
No, you're okay. You're okay, man. Ethan, what happens if Alabama does beat Georgia? I mean, I know you both have seen I forget what they're calling it, but the scenario. Who makes it?
I think if all stays the same, Bama beats Georgia, I think you got to put Bama and Georgia both in, and you got to axe Florida State. I really do. Florida State, I don't care that they're undefeated. It's just you can't go in there without Jordan Travis. I think it's kind of I don't know. It sucks for college football to kick them out if they are undefeated. Hopefully they aren't. Hopefully Louisville wins this week. Or, yeah, is it Louisville?
Yeah.
Do they play? Yeah. Hopefully Louisville wins, but yeah, that's what I would do. I would do Michigan, the winner of Washington, Oregon, and then Georgia, Bama. But I think Bama definitely makes it if they win the SEC championship.
That would be
Buckeyes
worst
are
case. That would be worst case for Michigan if Bama wins, because then I think Michigan then would bump to 1. Bama would probably go 2 or 3. They wouldn't do Bama, Georgia again, so Georgia would be at 4. Michigan would play Georgia. That would be worst case scenario. Fuck.
Yeah.
Go Georgia. But yeah, damn. I mean, Michigan's already. I mean, they're probably. I don't know. They can't win a freaking postseason game. So it's either going to be Georgia, Bama, or Oregon. Those 3 teams absolutely scare me. So and it very well could be Oregon. If Oregon beats Washington, Oregon will get that 3 spot probably.
And they're somehow like a 10-point favorite. Riddle me that.
Yeah. I think Oregon's going to blow them out of the water.
I do
think
too.
Oregon's going to win by 30.
I know.
I don't want it. I don't want them to though. I want that
I don't
big
either
peanut
because
butter
Washington
team.
sucks.
I want them
I mean,
to.
Penix is a beast, but like Washington's not good.
No.
They should be though. They should be.
I
better than they
honestly-
are.
I obviously want Bama with the 40-1, but I just really don't want Florida State just for like the purity of the playoff and what it's been all these years.
Yeah.
I just really don't want Florida State.
This year's thank God they moved to 12 teams because this year is
I hate the 4. Stupid.
Can you imagine what was it? Like 2 years ago we had Cincinnati in, or was it last year? No, it's 2 years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
2 years ago we had Can you even imagine a non-power 5 getting in with this schedule this year?
Right.
There's legitimately 8 teams that can get in and have the resume to get in.
Right.
And like we had Cincinnati 2 years ago. Like what? Like what the hell has changed with college football? So thank God they're moving to 12. But
Like that's so annoying about college football. Like Ohio State, we undefeated, lose to Michigan, and then you're out. You're done. Like
Yeah,
you got the 30 teams, 32 teams. I think 30 in the NFL, right?
32.
It was 32. Okay, 32, and so you have 14 playoff spots. There's like 300 plus colleges. I don't even know how many colleges there are. Universities out
like
there.
129 D1. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're gonna be like, okay, we'll give you guys 4 playoff spots. Like, get out of here. I hate the college football playoffs. I'm so glad they're changing it.
Especially when you have 5 Power 5
Yeah.
conferences, and you don't even get a representative from each conference.
No,
And usually it's 2 from the SEC anyway. So
bogus.
The Big 12's gonna get snubbed.
yeah,
Yeah,
But
yeah. I forget Texas is even hanging around the conversation.
yeah.
yeah, they're a 14-point favorite. They're probably gonna win. What happened to the Big 12 champion?
Snubbed.
Yeah, I
Not
know.
tough enough schedule.
I know.
mean-
That's also the ACC's ass though. But can you keep out an undefeated team?
Without
Like
their
what
starting
else? If you
quarterback,
keep
I
out an
hope.
undefeated team, like what else do you want them to do? You know?
Right.
Like
Right.
I understand. I mean, it's going to be terrible for television because they have a backup quarterback that like they're going to get murdered. But I don't know. I think if there's an undefeated team and a one-loss team, they're going to keep the undefeated, in my opinion, unless it's Bama, Georgia.
Agreed.
If it's like Texas or I guess
Ohio
it could only be
State.
or Ohio State, they would have to keep. I think they have to keep the undefeated, unless it's Bama, Georgia,
Or Oregon, Washington. Yeah.
all right, or if Washington wins, Oregon will have 2 losses. So it'd be
Yeah.
out.
But then
Or I guess
Washington,
the loser. Yeah, if Washington loses, then it's between Washington, Texas, Ohio
Oregon.
State, and Florida State.
Yeah.
Have a bigger playoff. Nobody gives a shit about the Cheeto Bowl. You know, like all these stupid bowl games. Like, it's like the Colts when they were hanging up those signs for like division championships. Like, what a loser thing. I hate that about college football. I'm so glad they're changing it.
And not to
That's
toot
drove me
my own
crazy
horn,
forever.
but I don't think anyone really realizes how big of a game that Michigan Ohio State game was because again, the
No.
loser is not in the playoffs. Like
Exactly. You're done.
that was
that
the
was
biggest.
a playoff game.
That was a playoff game.
It
Yeah.
really was. And now you guys get to
Like
fucking play
even this
Iowa.
Bama Georgia game's pretty big. I still think that Ohio State Michigan game is bigger because if Georgia loses, Georgia's still probably in.
Right.
Obviously, if Bama loses, they're out. But like, I
Right.
don't know. It was just
Hypothetical.
the winner of that Big Ten was in.
So Georgia
Hypothetical.
wins. Sorry, you go ahead, Ethan. I think we're all the same
All the shit hits the fan for Michigan. Iowa pulls the upset. Is Iowa live?
Fucking Iowa.
I was gonna ask what flowers we sending Wyatt when Iowa wins.
I will like. I don't want to jinx. I don't want to get too cocky, but like, I will die if Iowa wins. And like, I get it. Like, they have a really good defense. Like, that's but
if
But they're
Michigan puts
also
up 7, you're
6.5
probably
point team
good.
total.
they
Exactly,
We-
Ethan.
we make fun of Michigan's schedule. Iowa's played one ranked team. It was Penn State, and they lost 42-0. That's their one ranked game. If you look at their schedule, they played no one. They played the Big Ten West, and I think they played Iowa State.
Dude, 7 or 8 times out of 10, Michigan State beats them in that same game that they
Yeah.
lost. They won
Yeah,
on a
it
punt
was a
return.
punt return, right?
They're not
I
good.
think everyone's like, I don't know. I took Michigan right when it came out at -22, and everyone's like, oh, like Iowa's defense. So I'm like, the only team they played that's even comparable to Michigan was Penn State. And they lost 42-0 with Cade McNamara. Now they have a fat backup quarterback. Like Michigan might hang 60
Yeah.
to 0.
You
22, right? I mean, it's 23 right now. That's the absolute lock of the century. And again, I don't want to get too cocky and jinx my guys, but like, what their team total is 6.5.
I was gonna say you could have a Jets offensive performance. You could score 13 points and win by 10 comfortably.
And I understand they have a good defense, but is it as good as Ohio State's or Penn State's? No.
No,
Right.
no.
So I don't know. If you want to lock Michigan -22.
I like the
Anyway.
over.
Yeah, 35.5. Michigan's going to score 42 at least. Michigan's team total is 28.5. Might as well throw that in there.
Might as well.
I really like the Hawkeyes too, but good God, you guys are gonna get like crucified.
I just don't get how they're 10-2. How did
I
they
don't
get
get
that schedule? How did they get that
Well-
schedule? It's the easiest schedule of anything I've ever seen in my life. I'm gonna,
I also just
I'm
don't
so
understand.
annoyed.
Even, yeah,
it's just, I can't believe the Big Ten was in those divisions for so long and we haven't changed it. I'm assuming they're changing it next year. with
I think they're
4
doing
new
away
teams
with
coming.
them.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. But
What are they gonna do with the Pac-2? Have they said yet?
the Pac-2.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Oregon
Like 2
State's
teams
coach
left.
sent off to Michigan State. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
I was gonna say Johnson Smith said, "Getting off this sinking ship."
I saw the meme.
Oh, sorry. The Penn State was 31-0, not 42-0.
Right.
That's the only ranked team they played. Utah State, Iowa State, Western Michigan, Penn State, Michigan State, Purdue, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Northwestern, Rutgers, Illinois, Nebraska. I've never heard of an easier, and the Big Ten shit this year. I've never heard of an easier
Horrible.
schedule than that. It might as well be a MAC schedule. Anyways,
I would argue the MAC is tougher than the Big Ten this year. Besides the
Big
top
Ten's
3,
trash.
Let's talk about the Mountain West real quick.
Don't even get me started. That's basketball season, but and then of course San Diego State made it to the championship
Yeah.
I'll never forget that though. That was a magical ride though. Just
or the semis or
staring
whatever
on
it
'em.
was. Was it the national championship?
Mm-hmm.
Who'd they play?
UConn.
yeah. Yeah, because Wyatt just like put everything he owned on UConn and just came out like Mr. Moneybags.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did because I put everything I owned on the Mountain West under 3.5 wins. And San Diego State had 6 or 5, whatever it was.
6.
Oh, man.
Yeah, college football gets 4, but college basketball gets what? What was that? 68, something like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
60 something.
I mean, I it's hard to play a lot of college football games, like especially when you're not
Agreed.
getting paid. It's a lot. They already added another game, and then they already have now they have the conference championship game. It's a lot, and I understand the 12-team playoffs. That's what I think the top 4 get by. Anyways, it's going to be an extra 2 or 3 games, but
It's
yeah, you
worth
can't do 4 teams with how evenly competitive the top 10 teams are now. You can't just have 4 teams.
Right.
And if you look at D2 and D3, who definitely don't get any money, talking about NIL or anything, they do a 32-person playoff.
Yeah.
And that's one of the magical things about March Madness too, is there's these schools you've never heard of that make these deep runs. That's never happened in college football.
Right.
And even so, like, there's
Always
going to
the
be
powerhouse.
some Cinderella stories, but I mean, top 12, those are all
Right.
big boys. You
Right.
get one non-power 5 in there. So you get like a Tulane, but besides that,
That's what I'm
they're
saying.
all
But
very
if you don't go to one of those schools, you just don't have a chance to ever get there. Like you don't even have
Yeah.
a chance to make the playoffs.
Right.
Let alone play in it.
A MAC team could win every game by 100 points and not even sniff the playoffs.
Yes, Ethan. That's exactly it. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm excited for it, but
I'm not. I was gonna say something about the Hawkeyes. I'm not. I've already clowned
don't get me
Wyatt
riled
enough
up
for the
about
Hawkeyes.
that. And again, I don't want to get too cocky because this is exactly what my boys are probably thinking. They're like, "Oh, Iowa, will they come out flat?" But
they'll come out
they're-
flat and win by 30.
that's what I'm saying. They're terrible. So
I was gonna say, good thing about Iowa, you can come out flat for 3 quarters and still be tied.
yeah. And the start of the 4th, 3-3. I did call Iowa, Nebraska 13-10 Iowa.
Did you?
Unfortunately, I did not take the correct score, but I called it. I also had Iowa's team total over 10.5.
I saw that.
The under
Sweating.
or the over
Sweating.
did not hit. 25.5 did not hit.
At least the team total hit.
Yeah.
After a
was
couple
a
of blocked
decent
field
motion.
goals, I thought you
Yeah.
were in trouble.
Well, I was looking great. Yeah, but no. It
We
was
got a
fine.
message over on Kick from official Paulie P. What we got for Monday Night Football? You guys ready to dig into it?
No.
And why just doesn't say anything at all? We got to know.
I don't
I'm
know.
in an argument right now that my friend thinks Stroud is going to be the MVP because he's top 10 in
Bro.
every statistical thing.
I've been in that argument too.
He
Rookies
just
don't
had
win
me a
MVP.
freaking
No.
thing, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Anyways,
Also,
Before we get
into
Monday
Texans
night-
players don't win MVPs.
True.
yeah.
Guys, rant for a quick minute.
Go ahead.
One second.
Not
One
rant.
second. One
Just-
second.
Yeah.
I just want to say, make sure you guys go vote for your favorite Better and Green moments from the past year over on bettergreen.com. Read our articles over there as well. Go ahead, Ethan.
Okay. Just gotta get this off my chest. It's not, as bettors, I think everyone feels this way. It's not the fact that you lose, it's how you lose sometimes.
Mhm.
And yeah, I just boiled over yesterday, but tough stretch. Just want to say favorites this week have gone 12-3 against the spread. I was on 2 favorites this week, Lions and Patriots. Those were 2 of the 3 that did not cover. Then I have the Bills, horrendous officiating. Most of that game, I'm like, oh, I have Bills plus 3.5. I should be good. Go to check. Nope. Took them plus 3, get the push. Infuriating. And then the Chargers to boot plus a college basketball team blowing a 19-point lead. Yeah, not that I lost. It's how you lose, I feel like, in the betting industry. So tough week.
I completely chalked that I almost was San Diego, that Chargers Ravens game up on my I lost that one. There's no way they're covering. It doesn't make sense for them to score again. And then they score again. So I won my fantasy matchup by less than 0.2 points because of the Zay Flowers touchdown. I already accepted the loss.
Way.
Yes. And so I got the cover and won my fantasy matchup on that touchdown. I'm like, this should have never happened. I didn't even feel good about it. I felt dirty.
Yeah. I mean, the thing, if Zay takes a knee
Stupid
at the 2-yard line, 100% chance winning. Scoring, 99.5% chance of winning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. It is what it is, but tough. I don't even know that the Chargers were the right side. I turned that game off after the Keenan Allen fumble that I had just watched the Eagles, A.J. Brown, do the same exact thing, and they called it incomplete. And then Keenan Allen does it, and of course it's a fumble when he does it. So I don't even know what's going on with NFL officiating. They missed every call against the Eagles they possibly could have, unless it was a false start. Called every tic-tac little thing on Buffalo. So I was just done with it, turned it off. So I don't even know that the Chargers were the right side last night. I just know I was winning until Zay broke that one loose. But I do know Buffalo was the right side yet again against Philly.
Yeah, I had a little $5 to win 190 parlay, and all I needed was those freaking Chargers to cover. I had them with +3, so I would have been fine with a push. You still would have got some money back, but I didn't even watch it. I went to bed like at 10 p.m. last night. Saw it this morning. I was like, oh, 20-10. It wasn't even close. Saw the replay. If I had the Chargers or if I had the Ravens, 100 times out of 100 times he's going down.
Same. Yeah. That's exactly how I feel. I literally woke up. I'm like, I don't even know if you guys saw. I tweeted out that I lost that college basketball game because they blew a 19-point lead, and I was like, I can't wait to see how I lose Chargers +3.5. Sure as shit, there he goes. Just a ridiculous. I mean, this is like me with soccer. I feel like I just determine the outcomes of the games. That's the type of slump I'm in right now.
He should have
scored. I just want to bet New Orleans this week to give Detroit a win. Like that's where we're at. It's not good.
Painful.
Not good.
Painful, dude.
Fuck Philly. I hate Philly. So tired of them.
Dude,
outplayed 8 games this year.
Hey, they're 2 catches away from 2 losses in back-to-back weeks. Just 2 senseless receivers. Like a Gabe Davis MVS away.
I literally felt my heart in my toes when that pass fell incomplete.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Both of them. MVS too. Oh, well.
I think they need a new chant for the Eagles, especially for Sirianni. Every time I see him, I just hear like that. Dun, 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 dun. Fucking hate that guy, dude. I could use.
I'm just tired of him.
We got Aaron here. He said I could use an Ethan bet on Man City this weekend when they play Tottenham.
I can't do it. I'm broken. I can't lose again.
All right.
I also followed this guy who was on a streak. I gave out one of the plays to Wyatt. He was on I don't even remember Wyatt, 14-1 or something.
Yeah.
Played his play, lost. Stayed off the next day, won. Played it the following day, lost again. So I just in shambles, just in complete shambles.
Yeah, you're going through it right now.
Oh, it's awful.
It's we all have it. It's the worst freaking feeling, but I don't think I've had it quite to that extent.
Yeah.
We've had a bad month. We've had a bad month as a group.
Yeah.
I think I might win, and I didn't do great. Like, it's not a proud win.
Yeah. We'll see.
It's over 202.5 passing yards. Seems like a really low number. DJ Moore and this bad Minnesota pass defense. Why not just barely pop over 200? Why not?
Yeah. I actually kind of like this game a decent amount. I actually don't tell anyone, but I flipped from the Vikings in my article I posted 45 minutes ago to the Bears while we're on live. But it wasn't a premium play. Don't worry. Love it. Fields got hurt in this game last or the last time they played. He got hurt in the third quarter, had 8 rushes for 46 yards. He was doing okay, and then he got hurt, was out for however many games when we had D2 boy go off. So I think Fields is going to go off tonight. I'm not going to take his rushing yards, but I'm just going to take him a touchdown. Plus 190 right now on ESPN Bet. Again, that's the new Barstool one, so make sure you check that out. There's a bunch of promos on there, but plus 190, greatest odds I've seen by like plus 200 or plus 20 on that. So Fields just to score anytime, plus 190. Also, sorry, Deontay Foreman's out, starting running back. So now it's just going to be Fields and Herbert. But yeah, I think Fields is going to run it in.
I like the play. Quick thing I got to mention on ESPN Bet, which I don't have. I will download, but I saw today that if you push in a parlay, the whole bet pushes, which is complete bullshit.
That is.
So they're already on my shit list. I don't even have it yet, but
also ESPN's a scam. But
yeah,
yes.
For all those listening, it's worth buying a half point in your parlays because they will push your entire bet. So just weird. I didn't think any book would do that, but ESPN apparently does. Secondly, I wouldn't back a single play. I'm saying I've not looked into this at all. I love the Bears tonight, but I can't have Minnesota winning because the Lions obviously need Minnesota to lose a couple of games. So I'm going to try to keep this loser streak going. I'm going to give out the Vikings and hope I am wrong yet again. And I hope the Bears win outright. I like the Bears, but I'm giving out the Vikings just to see if we can keep this little shit run going.
Beautiful.
Ethan, I'm on the Vikings. Don't mess up I'm trying to go 13-3 this week, dude. Don't mess it up for me.
I'm sorry.
Okay. That's all right.
Can't have the Vikings winning.
Totally
all of a sudden, the Lions are in a little bit of a race.
Tell me
saw
about
that coming.
Tell me about it with Denver.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
I'll take Dobbs under 32.5 passing attempts. 32.5 just seems a little high. I think that there might be a lot of running this game. That means a running clock. Time goes by faster. Maybe less opportunities to throw. I think he tucks and runs it a little bit. I'll take the under. Seems a little high.
Yeah, I don't know what his normal stats are, but I do think it's going to be our more running game. So I could get by it. I'm going to get as square as you can get in the NHL and do a 2-team parlay here. I'm going to do the Rangers on the money line against the Sabres and the Bruins on the money line against the Blue Jackets. Comes out to plus 100. Square as it gets. 2 biggest favorites. But, I mean, Rangers are, I think, the best team in the NHL right now. And the Bruins kind of suck right now, but the Blue Jackets are terrible. So it should work.
Columbus teams.
We'll see.
Yeah, they're in shambles.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah. Whole city is crumbling right now. So I faded myself with the first one. I'm not going to fade myself with the second one. I actually do like this play over 43.5 tonight. I think this game gets into the 50s. I could see this being like 31-28.
Love it.
And we all know about the primetime unders. Not tonight.
Yeah, I have the over, but I don't have it as one of my plays. So I do like the over a lot.
I hope so. I think we are down, boys, and Scotty Fish. We made the playoffs. We're not looking good right now. I think we're trailing by it's your league average plus what you have that week. So I think we're trailing by like 53, almost 54 points. And we have DJ Moore left. We need a huge game from DJ Moore. Also, remember, it's Scotty Fish, so you get points for the first down. You get points for reception. Scored really goofy.
Right.
It's
like how good of a night
before.
Does he really need?
Right. He needs to go off. We know that.
Like 7 catches, 100 yards, and 2 tutties. Are we looking good? Or more?
Well, I'm trying to think back to that one game. He had one huge game this year. I'm gonna pull it up.
I think it was that Thursday night game against Washington.
But there's like 1,688 teams. We're like 1,600 something. So 400 teams get knocked off. So like we need to jump up. We need this. Yeah. Adam Thielen and Dalton Schultz screwed us. Everybody else did all right. Yeah, Washington, he got 52. He got 52 that week. He had 8 catches. Oh, God. 8 catches, 230 yards, and 3 touchdowns. All right, guys. It was fun playing this year.
Good gravy.
We made the playoffs. We made the playoffs in that league. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Aaron says, I'm with Ben and Ethan this week on the Vikings. With Ethan in parentheses. Awesome, Aaron. I'll sweat them out with you. This one's going to go along with everything Wyatt's been saying. Kind of trails his thought. Both teams with 1+ rushing touchdown at plus 190.
Ooh. What book did you find that?
DraftKings.
Love that.
Right?
Interesting.
Both teams.
I do kind of like. I don't think Madison has any rushing touchdowns this year. I do kind of like him to get in there. They use him quite a bit.
They're going to give Ty Chandler more opportunities this week.
Really? I don't know. Like Madison actually finally went off. He had like 18 carries for like 93 yards.
But then Dobbs can run it in himself too. We've seen that a couple times this year.
I do have Dobbs Fields touchdown parlay.
And they might both be rushing.
Yeah, I like that.
I think it needs another leg.
Yeah, put in the over.
I would absolutely think Dobbs runs it in before Madison. Madison has become a permanent fixture on my bench.
Same, dude.
Dude sucks. This week I have Josh Jacobs on bye, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to play Madison this week." And I looked, I was like, "Huh, Madison's on bye too." So I don't even know why I've been keeping him this whole time.
Yeah, that's tough. All right, my final play, NBA, starting in 20 minutes. It is my premium play if you're checking it out on our blog, but you can get it on here for free. Pretty simple. Wizards, Pistons, over 236.5.
Nice.
It doesn't get easier than this. Wizards are dead nuts over team. Detroit is pretty much the same. Not as bad as the Wizards, but pretty much the same dead nuts over. They're playing each other. It's going to be 130 to 135. Probably Detroit's going to lose, but it's going to go soaring over.
That's a better green special right there, too. That's Noel's team versus your guys' team.
Yeah, Noel took the Wizards, so go Pistons. But there's going to be no defense in this game.
I love that play. If I wasn't on a little hiatus and if I wasn't scared of mushing you, I would take that. I'm scared of mushing you, so I'm not doing it. But I do love that play. Last one I'll give out. It's just fading the Sharks again. Keep fading them. They're off a win somehow. Well, that was a terrible spot for Vancouver. I still bet them, but yeah, playing the Capitals tonight. I got them in regulation minus 130. I'm sure that's gone. I took that yesterday morning. So at this point, you're probably gonna have to lay minus 1.5. So that's what I'll give out. It's probably the most your best bet right now. It's probably plus money. I know yesterday it was like plus 120. It's probably still plus 105 somewhere in there. So we'll give out Washington minus 1.5.
What do we do if San Jose just wins outright? Like, what do we do with Ethan? We got to do something with him.
They did 2 days ago, yesterday, whenever they played. But I knew they were. I mean,
what are we gonna do with you, dude?
I don't even really count those. Like, to me, that's just a stock. I'm just investing in a stock, and at the end of it, I expect to be profitable.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that did happen too. Vancouver lost to them 2 nights ago during my slump, but I knew it was a terrible spot for Vancouver. I knew I should have laid off. It was their second game back-to-back, had to travel in between. But it's still San Jose, so.
You are a spot guy. You're good at that. I'm finding the spots.
Hasn't been working so well this year, but
the Chiefs just totally thrashed the Raiders like they always do. I want to know your guys' team. Was it the waning crescent? Was that the issue? Was it the lunar cycles?
I can't believe I faded the moon. That's on me. That's not the Lions' fault.
That's
not. That's just I need to be better.
I gotta find that picture.
I need to be better.
I faded the moon. We bet on the throwback uniforms that they never play good in on Thanksgiving, even though I love them. That game kind of took the wind out of my sails a little bit too. Not gonna lie. I think they bounced back against New Orleans. I think it's all gonna be fine and dandy. But I was like, yeah, they sucked against the Bears because they were looking ahead, looking to smash Green Bay, and then just got punched in the mouth. So I don't know what happened.
It's just a slump. They'll get out of it.
It's just golf being golf, and
Goff being a
sucking.
goof.
Golf being a goof. I mean, he gave away 2 touchdowns at the beginning of that game. They found themselves down 20-6. It's hard to come back from that. They did it against the Bears, but I think the Packers are a little better than the Bears. Yeah.
Right.
So
if it comes out that if he has like a sprained UCL in his elbow or something, not surprised.
Put Teddy
Something's
in.
not right.
Yeah.
We have Hendon Hooker practicing this week.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Also, our defense is ass.
Yeah.
Secondary's terrible.
I don't want to get back into it with the refs here, but I have seen a lot of slander on Hutch this week. People are basically saying that he has sucked this year, but he literally gets held every single play, and they don't call it. And I'm still a huge Hutch believer, Wyatt. I'm sure you are with the Michigan ties and the Lions ties, but yeah, people are like saying Hutch is horrible and that James Houston is a better all-around pass rusher and just all this bullshit that's coming out of Lions fans' mouths. Hutch is still the dog, but just watch it. He gets held all the time. They just don't call it.
Hutch is, if Max Crosby was good, he would be Aiden Hutchinson.
Right.
Yeah. I agree. Dude, I wish you guys knew me back when there was that draft. I was just screaming at my TV. I was like, Jags, you guys are such idiots. How do you pass up on Hutch and take this fucking... I mean, you never even see Trayvon.
Never.
Dude
is he alive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he played too. I
He
thought
lives
I
in the
heard his
shadows
name
of
and saw him
Josh
on his
Allen.
belly. Yes.
That was the weirdest draft. He came out of nowhere.
Yes. I remember like 5 days before
Idiots.
the draft, he was like plus 2,800 to be the first overall pick.
Yeah.
That was so bizarre.
Thank you, Jacksonville.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, Detroit got a steal there because you guys were starting to get better too. And now look at
Who
you.
would Detroit have taken? Because they wouldn't have taken Trayvon, I'm sure.
Look back at that
Who's
draft.
next?
Aaron
Is there
said,
a
love the
DB?
Chiefs game. I took them for plus money after they went down a touchdown. I was never afraid. There's never a doubt. Ask these guys. Look back at the group chat.
I almost played them when they were down
Fucking
14-2, but I already had the teaser, and I was like, I can't get myself involved here.
Also, as a waxing gibbous, my bad, guys. Sorry. They're 0-12 since the merger. And the Thanksgiving moon is a waxing gibbous.
A damn moon, man.
Yeah, I can't believe I thought I was more powerful than the moon.
And next year, if it's a waxing gibbous, I'm going to think I'm more powerful than the moon again.
Yeah, I'll show you.
I mean, it did kind of make Thanksgiving just kind of made it feel like Thanksgiving. Mine's losing.
Yeah.
It's just like all was right.
Yeah. Lions lost. Then I got to watch the Spartans lose in basketball the very next game.
Oh, nice.
Got to watch Washington get blown out. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't.
I will say though, I do like the Washington, Dallas, and the Green Bay, Detroit Thanksgiving matchups. It's very classic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Redskins.
Thank you. All right, Jacksonville Jaguars, you're on their clock. Dun 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 dun. Jags select Aiden Hutchinson. Woo!
Heck,
Detroit Lions, you are on the clock. Dun 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 dun. The options are Trayvon Walker,
Sauce.
Derek Stingley, Sauce, Thibodeau,
Yeah,
Ikwonu,
Sauce.
Evan Neal, Drake London, Charles Cross,
We're taking
Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave.
Thibodeau probably.
Jordan Davis.
Who's the 1-0 lineman in there that sucks? Is it Neil?
Neal, yeah.
Is that the dude for the Giants?
Yeah.
Where's Stingley at? He's a beast.
Stingley
Or
went
he was a
third.
beast.
He was Texans.
Yeah,
Good
he's
the very
still
next
pretty
pick.
good.
Yeah, Texans are like, no, we want Stingley over Sauce. And Jets were like, no,
Yeah.
we're not fucking idiots. We'll take Sauce.
I think
Yeah,
we would have
Sauce
taken.
is
I think Thibodeau was the talk at the time. It was like Hutch or Thibodeau.
Guys could have got Jahan Dotson or Traylon Burks. Oh,
We got Jahan Dotson. His name's Jameson Williams.
that's who you guys got. You guys got him at 12. Jameson
Yeah.
Williams.
Probably should have got Olave or
Olave went the pick before, and Garrett Wilson went
Okay.
the pick before that.
okay.
Jameson coming into his own.
You guys,
I was completely off of him like 3 weeks ago. He's getting better.
I would love if we got Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Him and Amon Ra.
you guys could have had a Super Bowl already though, because you passed on Kenny Pickett, who went at 20.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
You see, they had 400 yards after Canada.
I love that.
I don't know if you guys ever watched The Office, but there was this funny thing I saw. Andy gives like a work thing. If I get this amount of sales, he's gonna get an ass tat. And like they got it, and he's like, "It took you one day." And then there's the same thing for like the Steelers after getting how long it took the Steelers to get 400 yards after passing or firing Matt Canada. So also, did you watch that Deontay Johnson play?
The no
He's just-
touchdown?
That's-
Oh,
no,
yeah.
where he's just standing there at the fumble.
Yeah.
oh
Dude.
yeah.
That guy would have been.
How is he not cut? How does Tomlin not?
He would
rip
not
his
be on my
ass?
plane home.
No,
He would not be on.
it's like get out of here.
2 more quick complaints from that game. The game all's well that ends well. It ended up I covered in my teaser, but Deontay Johnson, I don't know if you guys saw, caught that touchdown in the back of the end zone. The defender dove and like ripped it out before he hit the ground. It was not a touchdown. They ended up ruling it incomplete. Whatever, all's well that ends well. But then the rules analyst comes in. It's like that should have been a touchdown. He had enough time before he hit the ground, so he didn't need to survive the ground. Since when do we not have to survive the ground anymore?
Right.
Since Calvin Johnson in God knows when, 09,
Right.
they've had to survive the ground every fucking time. So
Yeah.
why now with that one Deontay Johnson block? Like, it makes no sense. I just couldn't even believe what I was hearing him say. And then secondly, on that Najee Harris touchdown, where it was a blatant hold, couldn't have been more of a hold. Flag gets thrown out. I'm like, there we go, no touchdown. Then they pick up the flag, no holding. Mind blowing. I don't know if you guys saw either of those plays, but
I saw the first one.
I was listening to it on the Pittsburgh radio.
yeah.
I was going through Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania at the time. But yeah, I don't understand what a catch is, to be honest. Did you see that the Michigan Ohio State catch? I mean, that
Yes.
one, to me, that looked. There's no way it was either a catch or an incomplete. There's no way that's an interception because they were taking it off when they're both on the ground.
I'm
And the end zone, you got to remember, is kind of like out of bounds a little bit in that weird. I don't know.
Well, to
But-
me, there was no way it was incomplete because it never hit the ground.
Yeah,
To
but then you
me, I
can't-
thought it was an interception. I could see why they called it a touchdown, but I just never thought he had control. That ball was always seemed to move, but they say like it can move as long as it's still in possession.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
never thought
I
it
feel
was
like
possession.
whatever that was called on the field, it was going to stand.
Yeah,
I meant to message
But
you
I
about
am-
that, Wyatt.
I
I
am
thought it was
glad
a
the next
touchdown.
ball. You did?
I did.
I did too. I mean, his knee went down. He's out. He's got it. And then they're both on, or Roman's on his stomach and the DB's on his back, and Roman still has the ball. And then
Yeah.
he pulls it like that.
I've got every reason
Yeah.
to say it was a pick, but I thought it was a touchdown.
To me, and I maybe have to look at it better, but I just thought the ball was moving the whole entire time until Ohio State had it. But then I think the refs, that sideline catch that Ohio State had that they reviewed for a while, that got pulled out. Like, I think they called those 2 plays equally. So I was happy to see them
Yeah.
call those the same, because that could have easily been incomplete. But
You see all the pictures of Ohio State fans circling Moore's elbow as the ball. You're like, look at the ball's obviously on the ground. And all the comments like, dude, that's just a black man's elbow. And then they like show pictures of there's another meme that's when Draymond put Rudy Gobert in a headlock a couple weeks ago. They
yeah,
circled it and they're like, Draymond, look at he's just grabbing the ball and it circled Draymond's elbow. Like quoted
Oh,
back
that's
to Ohio State
hilarious.
guy at that. But
Oh, Lord.
I think something similar happened in an NFL game yesterday where they were trying to say the ball was coming loose. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's just the dude's elbow.
yeah.
I think the best pick from that draft, looking at it though, guys, first round pick, for the Lions, Quay Walker.
Yeah.
Sure, he went to the Packers. That's been a great pick for the Lions.
Yeah.
Oh, is he crying still?
He has to be.
He probably got his revenge on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Hey, at least Simone Biles' husband scored a touchdown.
Oh my god,
That was cool.
Who's that?
That Green Bay defender that had that scoop and score.
Mm.
I keep seeing stuff that's saying like that it's racist that they keep talking about like Kelsey and Taylor Swift, but they don't talk about this dude and Simone Biles, and I'm like, okay, but it's Kelsey and Taylor Swift,
Right.
two like peak people. Taylor
Right.
Swift, probably one of the most famous people in the world right now, or an
Right.
American gymnast that.
Quit.
Thank you. I didn't know how I wanted to say that. Yes.
No,
And
no
a career
male.
backup who is getting his chance with the Packers now that they're all banged up in the secondary.
Yes.
Right.
I wonder why we're talking about one more than the other. Has to be a
Right.
race thing.
It's always racist.
And one is a settled down married couple. One has just been dating for like a month. Anything could happen.
Right.
That's a good point.
It's no
too.
fun to talk about marriage.
No.
Tell me
It's not.
about it.
Exactly why. Shoot. I have one more. Oh, the picture of the kid at the Chiefs game, the Chiefs versus Raiders game with the headdress, and it looks like he's got blackface on. The second I saw that, I knew. I was like, this is gonna be all over the internet. It's so annoying. If you look at him straight on, half his face is red and half his face is black. But they, one of the first time you saw this, the kid was facing this way, so it looked like this kid got full on blackface wearing a headdress. You're not able to wear the headdresses at Chiefs games. They said no, that's not okay anymore. So this was in Vegas. That's why I guess he was able to wear it in. But I'm like, we're not doing blackface wearing headdresses. Get this kid off. Like, stop it. That is
What
not
if it
your
was-
typical Chiefs fan.
Would it be okay if it was red face?
I probably no. No.
Yellow face?
I'm just I don't think you should pay. Like, why are you people painting their face? I just find that weird.
Yeah.
don't like
I
it.
mean, kids, I guess,
don't
is
like
fine.
any-
I actually didn't even see that
Yes.
picture. But
Yeah, neither did I. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, it's everywhere. If you guys look it up, Chiefs kid, I'm sure it'll pop up. But of course, I follow all the Chiefs stuff, so
right.
I'm seeing it.
Did you guys see? I think the NFL posted it to Instagram. It was like, this guy's a true fan, and it was a Colts fan that just had shit all over him, like little action figures and trinkets and American flags, and like it was. Let me try to find it quick.
Oh
And I'm
my
like,
God.
he might be a true fan, but he's also probably, I don't know,
Weird
it's
as
just
hell.
strange. Yes.
He might hyperfixate on things and be really strong.
Like, is that dude a dentist who just wants to hide his identity so no one can... Let me see if I can find it here.
Yeah, it definitely looks a little black face.
Doesn't it? It does.
That is quite the headdress too.
It is. It is because they show him from the side. I'm like, show him from like when he looks at the camera and half his face is red, and you can tell, oh, it's just face paint. But no. I can't wait to see that nonstop. Very strange too. All the comments underneath it, I think it was like a one of the Washington team fan pages. And everybody, they're like, why is this okay, but ours wasn't? And like all the comments were actually kind of positive. Nobody was like totally ripping the kid. But like, that's a true fan. Like, I was expecting quite the racial battle in here, kind of like the political battle on our betting post.
Maybe
Hey,
it wasn't
guys.
the NFL that posted it because I can't find it.
We don't actually support Alex Jones. We just post memes, guys. It ain't that
True.
serious. It ain't that serious. But if you haven't seen it, Wyatt came out with a fantastic college weekly recap. Made me laugh my ass off. So make sure you guys go over there and check it out. We will have the NFL version coming out tomorrow. Of course, more what do you call them? More articles coming out. I'm trying to find the date too. We have some dates set. I don't remember where I put it. The 19th, I believe, is the last day to vote for your favorite Better and Green moments, favorite guests. Go over to bettergreen.com right now and vote. Have you guys voted yet?
No.
I've not. I looked at it, but I just scrolled through. I didn't actually make my picks.
We've got 2 votes so far. We need to get as many votes as we can possibly get. I want you guys to vote. Let your families vote. We want as many votes as possible. Make the show good.
Yep.
Aaron did.
Yeah,
Aaron
I'm in
voted.
there.
Look at that. See, Aaron's a goat, man. Thank you,
Aaron, if you voted for yourself, best guess, you're disqualified.
No, see, he's smart, dude. I'm just looking for Aaron Bainbridge 2 to vote.
Yeah. Voted for myself.
All right, you guys got anything else before we get out of here?
Go Justin Fields.
Yes, please.
Um,
Turn this month around. End on a
Yeah.
high note.
Yeah, last thing I'll say, I will come out with an article tomorrow, premium article, just with my. I started it last week with my updated records for the week. It's going to be ugly, but everything's going to be in there. And then secondly, I will have premium plays out probably earlier in the week for next NFL Sunday. I've been handicapping NFL most of today. Obviously not happy with how things went this past week. Honestly, it might have been my worst NFL week I've ever had in my life betting. So really working my ass off to right the ship next week. So it's probably a good time to jump on those plays, but just look for those coming out.
I talk about bounce back games for athletes. I think it's just as accurate for guys like us. Like if you lose bad and you get pissed off, like the work that you put in is always just on another level. And that's always a good time to hop on. So I'm going to be all on board with you, Big Ethan. I trust you.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
All right, guys. Head over to bettergreen.com. Thank you guys for hopping on this live with us. Good luck to you guys in your fantasy matchups. If it's a close one, hopefully you guys pull it out. Let's go DJ Moore, 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. And we will see you guys in the next episode. Peace, guys.
Later, guys. Go Bears.
See you guys.